My name is Makai Manche. I go by M2 to RAP. And this is the life I live. The life I live is simply a gumbo pot for all things that I do creatively. I'm not gonna say my biography because it's not everything about me. It's only a handful of songs, but a big spoonful of who I am, and I think it could show like what's to come for me in the future. The biggest thing that I'm looking forward to when it comes to this project is getting booked. My whole purpose and everything for creating this project was for me to showcasing, to the world and to other people what I could do for them. So whether somebody likes the music or not, or the content or whatever, there's just a lot of different things that I'm putting into this to showcase what I could do for somebody. So you may like the rollout, all the content that I'm posting leading up to the drop date for the album, and you like, damn, I wish I could do something like that for my album. Book him too. I could do that for you, you know what I'm saying? You might like the music in general. Shit, you could book me for a feature. Shit, maybe you just like the whole creative direction. I'm just really big on brand development and making things make sense. The project started off, as my homies telling me that they felt like I should take music more seriously, and which was a shock to me because I felt like I was taking it serious. But I'm a competitive nigga, so when they came at me like that, I'm like, bro, well shit, I'm about to show y'all niggas I could get serious if y'all ain't thought I was serious yet, I probably had about 60, 70 songs in a vault that have been recorded like years ago when I was back in college, like at UNLV. Some songs that I recorded like in between, like coming back home from school, and we all was going through and just would meet like every other week, or somebody would call every once in a while and say, hey man, I feel like you should put this song on the project, or you should group these songs together. And it kind of started to weed itself out. And even in the meantime, we were recording other songs and trying different beats and everything like that, different concepts, until it got to a point where I had a few that pretty much like all across the board, everybody was kind of feeling these songs. And then I was able to sit down and I wasn't originally planning to go with this storyline for the project. So The Life I Live is pretty much the story of a hopeless romantic. I wrote a small synopsis of each song and pretty much came up with the storyline that way. For each song, the storyline that it had by itself, and then I lined up each song in a way that I felt told a story to me. So The Life I Live is the story of a hopeless romantic. Really a lot of the songs, like I said, are super about my life and my experiences between, 18 and 25, my time in college and everything, and just the growth from, boy to man. So even in a sense, it's still a coming of age story as well. But it starts off, with a young dude, fly, trying to go to a party. I just want to see you dance. We vibing, really not trying to get too attached. I know you might have somebody that you're dealing with, but can't no nigga own you. Those specific lyrics in the song for a reason, because that's just where we at and what we on. Next Man Up, which is pretty much like, damn, this kind of shorty that I've been waiting to get at. I've been like peeping her at the party, or been peeping her, around campus or around the city, and then I finally got my opportunity to get with her. And shit fell off with her and her dude, and now I'm the next man up. So we still kind of in that space where we young, we having fun, and our eyes is on the prize. After Next Man Up, then we go to, damn, what's the next song? Traumatized is where we get a shift a bit in the project, because you go from young playboy, just vibing, doing your thing, to the point where you done really got vulnerable and got close with a woman, and now you on the song spazzing, talking hellish shit because you mad as fuck that she been out here doing her bullshit and basically was like female version of you and gave you a taste of your own medicine. So that song is pretty much, about, the bullshit that we go through you know, in our relationships. And then as a man being on the side where you was Mr. Nonchalant, don't give a fuck about a hoe, fuck a bitch, and now all of a sudden you done found you one that got your stomach hurting like a motherfucker, and you mad about it, you know what I'm saying? Even that song, I still feel some type of way about it because I feel like I could have pinned it up way better and really wrote, but when I went in there that day, which makes the song what it is the fact that those were just raw emotions when I just went in the booth and just let them all out, you know? I say specifically in that song, I say she let me go in the skull when the fall near, and that's because I was in Moscow, Idaho, which we call it the skull, and when the fall near, which is right before football season, and that was a very, very specific specific time for me. I was sick. I was sick about the fact that I ended up being a 6-year senior playing college football. The fact that I was even in fucking Idaho, even though I love it now. I actually love Idaho. But at that time when I was there, I didn't want to fucking be there. And then on top of that too, it's like shit, the girl that you thought you was gonna settle down with, when you finally decide to and lock it down with, is finito. So yeah, left a nigga traumatized. The RAP, I had to throw like a self-introduction type song on there, but even just to switch the vibe up. So this song is pretty much where, you know, our main character or myself get into a space where you're a lot older and more mature, as opposed to the song like Traumatized, where you just in the booth just spazzing, talking hella shit because you mad at her, she mad at you, blah, 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 blah. Now you at a point where, you know, the RAP, you more calm, relaxed, you back more so on the nonchalant tip, but you actually trying to take somebody serious, but you don't really want to go too far because you still traumatized from the last situation. But specifically in the song, as far as lyrics go, it's like an experience like we all done been in. If you from, you know, Southern California or have ever been here, you know, you go pick your shorty up, your nice fly whip, like we finna go hit the beach. I got a whole little day planned for us and we finna just go vibe. You just sit in the passenger seat, look pretty, and I'ma take care of the rest, you know what I'm saying? And specifically, like I'm going back and forth, you know, telling the girl like what type time I'm on as far as like with me and her, but don't get it confused because at the end of the day, we still focused on growing this brand. What I say, I'm into building brands and protecting mine so we never lose. And that's just what I'm focused on. Don't get this shit confused. When you see me, COCP, I'm trying to make a move. I used to play for the Rebels. I ain't afraid to lose. And yeah, specifically talking about what I'm on right now, what I'm trying to do. Ain't worried about, I say, and please don't play with my time. It could get hazardous. No, we ain't make it to the league, but we ain't average. And then just, you know, letting it be known that even though shit went how it went, I used to play for the Rebels, which is UNLV, you know, anybody know. We ain't win a lot of football games when we was there, but you go through something like that when you losing constantly and you putting a whole lot of energy and effort into something, you gonna get to the point where you just gonna start shooting your shot in life because what the fuck fear do you have in losing? You done did that 1,000 times. Like, what's the worst that could fucking happen? We stay in the same place that we in, and then the reward is that we fucking win big and we in a whole nother tax bracket, another situation. I'm gonna take my chance. The next song after that is another Drake song, which is pretty much where things circle back to more the downfall when it comes to relationships and the whole idea of, you know, love and romance, you know, within this age group. You was traumatized, got over it, start dealing with another girl, y'all vibing and shit like that, and then you turn out to be back up in the club, singing hella Drake songs, slow, sad songs about how this shit done hit the fan again. And you in the club with your homie. Specifically, I got a verse from my boy. That's why we was out in Long Beach when all of this shit even went down. And that song really came about by like raw emotions and everything that was going on around that time. But yeah, that song specifically speaks to even that tone of voice and being super chill and being super repetitive with saying the Drake songs. It's just like, here we go, this is the cycle, it continues again. It feels like another Drake song, because you know he gonna come out with another hit about how this shit go down with relationships and shit. And it's like some things don't change. even when you had hope for better after something happened and you finally got yourself to muster up enough energy and courage to get back into the dating scene or love and romance and taking a shot on it, then it's like, damn, shit hit the fan again. But this time, I'm not in the booth yelling aggressively like I was on Traumatized, because at this point, this is how this shit go and it's nothing new to me. So that's what another Drake song is, pretty much. Trife Life. Now, Trife Life is definitely, I think, is the best written song on the project, because this song and the timing of it as well, coming right after another Drake song where you like, damn, shit didn't happen again. And now you're in a space where you're really questioning, like, do I pursue love? Not like, don't be super technical with this, but do I pursue, you know, this American dream? You know, having the house with the family, the kids, the picket fence, and the dog, and the whole shit? Or do I stay on the grind? You know, some people, you know, they put their energy and effort into growing their brand, their business, and they boom. But it gets to the point where it's like you have these struggles with trying to juggle both being a family man and a businessman. And some people kind of like lean more towards one than the other. And like ultimately, I think like a goal for like male and female, you know, husband and wife in life is to be able to have that balance. And I think that like that's kind of like the ultimate goal. But Trife Life is specifically about, you know, that hardship. So I wrote the song in a way that it sounds as if I'm talking about two women that I'm choosing between. But when I say things like, I say, if a nigga did you wrong, would you take flight and find somebody else to occupy your space, right? I know you would. That's the reason why I chase mics. Got me competing with these niggas that just waste life. Fucking thought that ain't right. Specifically saying why I chase mics. So to give y'all the hint and the understanding that it's between my passion for the music or for entertainment and going, you know, here. That's why the song is like, hey, you know, at night, I'm creeping at night and everything like that, because it's like you spending all your time being gone away from the house trying to perfect your craft, that you ain't necessarily being at home taking care of your loved ones and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And making sure that the missus is straight and having those battles, because this is a position that I've found myself to be in many of times in the relationships that I've been in, and me being an ambitious individual where it's like, damn, can you not edit tonight? Like, damn, do y'all have to go to football meetings today? Or, you know what I'm saying? It's just that constant, like, that need to keep grinding and keep getting better, and then you kind of like lose sight on like what's at home. So Trife Life is literally the battle and the tug of war between being a businessman and a family man. And yeah, if y'all listen to that song, I feel like y'all pick up what I'm putting down. Hate Me. Now, Hate Me comes right in after Trife Life, specifically for the reason that here we are at this crossroad where we're trying to choose, do we stay at home, focus on what's at home, or continue creeping at night, which is like going to the studio or keep, you know, grinding, you know, working on yourself in the dark, you feel me? And then you got to the point where you pretty much made a decision and now she hates you. You know, that's not always an easy decision to make. And sometimes, you know, choosing your profession and your career is going to sever the relationship with you and someone that you truly adore. But yeah, Hate Me, I don't even really gotta explain that one too much. That's self-explanatory. But the whole idea is that, you know, here you are in this space, you've been dealing with somebody, you know, for a prolonged period of time. And I say, and that's just me trying to be mature. You want somebody home and I'm constantly out the door. I see my absence ain't really something you can endure. No, it's corny, but baby, love ain't something I can afford. Chasing this love shit, trying to go on these dates, you know what I'm saying? Trying to be the best boyfriend ever at how you broke out here. I mean, I didn't see niggas go spend all they got and, you know, go to fucking Saks Fifth trying to go buy a fit to impress a female, you know what I'm saying, on a fucking date. You ain't got no money trying to make it seem like you got it like that and you the man trying to take care of this woman, you feel me? And like I said, you want somebody home and I'm constantly out the door. You want me there, you want me to, you know, build this family or build this unit and, you know, have a baby and all that, which is all fine and dandy, but I think at a certain period of time, and I'm just not there, you feel me? My love literally is something that I cannot afford. I can't even afford to be sitting here laid up with you, you know, all night or, you know, all week or whatever the fuck, because I got my mind on something that I'm trying to do. And that's before I met you, before I even knew you existed. Like, this is between me and myself. Like, I made it a big decision, you know, even had to argue and go back and forth with my father to make the decision, or me making the decision to not continue playing a sport, you feel me? So it's like, man, or even at that time when I was in high school trying to decide what college I was gonna go to, you know, fighting with my pops because I chose to go to UNLV because they had the film program and the best of both worlds for me on the field and off the field, as opposed to going to Colorado State, where he like, man, they gonna throw you the football all day fucking long, and you end up going to the school and they don't even throw it at all. You know what I'm saying? So I put too much into this shit for me to just be like, you know, I'm not gonna go full throttle with it. You know, I put all my eggs into one basket for the first time in my life, and I'm gonna see that through. So the love shit could wait, and I made my decision that I'm just gonna rock out, you know, and push this brand and see what I could do with it. Now, Hustler's Diary is strictly, if you listen into the song, strictly about the hustle, about the grind and the trials and tribulations of trying to build something and bouncing back from being a student athlete. A lot of people deal with that, you know, those mental battles where you coming back home, people ain't seen you for so many years or haven't seen you as much, and now you back and you damn near on your ass for real. You got family and everything like that around you, so you ain't just like wanting for nothing at all, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we talking about you, yourself, the ambitious person that you are, and then for you to be probably was the best high school athlete at your school or whatever, and people look at you like that and like, damn, you ain't make it. They was all expecting you to, and then now they kind of look at you like, oh, like you fell off and shit like that. It fuck with you. And then you seeing other people that you know that you probably played with that did make it, you know, big chains on, nice whips, apartments, houses, and the whole shebang, and you feel me, on a futon at your cousin's house, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Hustler's Diary is about, but specifically put that song in at the end of the project because after Hate Me and Trife Life, where you trying to decide and you at this crossroad on, do I continue with this love and this romance shit, or do I just full throttle just get to this money and just chase this dream? Then you make that decision, she hates you, it's over with, you out the door, and now it's like, man, all I got is this, and this is all I'm finna focus on. And that's why I finished the project off with Hustler's Diary to finish it off. So the last thing that y'all remembering is on y'all mind that OCP is the dream, and I'm guarding it, and we're gonna go full throttle with this shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, I'd rather exercise my finger than to tuck it, so when you get that feeling in your stomach, nigga, trust it. And that's the project. The outsy, one of my favorite parts for sure is just the old funny video that my boy Jameer Outsy has sent me. Was a reaction to a music video that I had back in college. And, you know, he's just telling me that he fucked with it. He's giving me my kudos, giving my props. And, you know, just talking his shit. He was mocking Mozzie with the spicy ooh, because he, you feel me, an East Coast nigga, and he loved the West Coast lingo and how we get on and shit like that and vice versa. But yeah, like that was just pure, like, you know, yo bro being yo bro. And his last name is Outsy, so I made that my outro. And I just thought that was a nice finishing touch and a RIP for my brother. Yeah, definitely gone too soon. And yeah, I would have loved to see what he thought about the project and everything. He probably would have called me and got on me like, hey, that shit was hard, him too, or nah, son, that shit weak, you feel me? But could always count on bro to keep it real with me and give me his input on what he thought about something. And yeah, definitely gonna be missed for sure. R.I.P. bro. I personally just felt like it was a challenge, you know, to stop necessarily always trying to chase the money and more so go for whatever you think is gonna be fulfilling in the long run. And for me, like, that's personally like my definition of being overly competitive. You only got one life, you know? Who knows? Maybe I'll go make a bunch of fucking money going to be a football player. Shit, somebody told me that when I was younger, I'd have believed it, you know? And at that time, I probably would have thought that that was everything that I wanted in life. But at some point, I don't know, along the way, it was like, man, what else can you do? What else can you do? You know? And what can you do at a high level? It ain't just about, you know, doing it, but doing it, and doing it well. So, yeah. And then, like, you know, you think about it sometimes if you talk to a lot of people, you know, a lot of us growing up, you know, in our households, hey, you gonna play football. You gonna play basketball. You gonna be put in the sports and shit. It's not often that your parents is gonna be like, hey, like, what you think about being an engineer? Or what you think about doing this or doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's situation is different, and you might, you know, be able to explore a lot of different things, you know, growing up and shit like that. But a lot of times we super influenced and we see the same stuff all the time. These certain icons and these certain pillars within the black community, you know, a lot of times, often they do similar type of things to make money. You feel me? And I remember listening to Ryan Coogler speak at my school when I was at UNLV. As far as television and film goes, you don't have a lot of black directors. I could name on, you know, my hands and feet how many dudes that I know that went and played professional football, basketball, and stuff like that. But how many black males you know that directed a blockbuster movie? You know what I'm saying? And there's just something about being just a black unicorn or something like that, or just something about just going a different route in a different direction that just speak to me and just spoke to me. Not even necessarily just to be different from anybody else, but I just felt like I was just drawn and pulled this way. Now, granted, I came across the idea of getting into movies, film, and stuff like that from my love for music. And now I'm in a space where I see how all of it can be put together, you know, production-wise, to where I can do a lot of the different things that I like to do creatively and mix it all together and make a living for myself. And yeah, I'm in it for the long run. I ain't tripping, but this, if I'm being honest, I don't necessarily even know what it's gonna look like 10 years from now, but I just know I really feel good going in this direction and taking that chance with myself to do that. Nobody even wanna be a quitter, you feel me? But for me to give up on a sport that I've been playing my whole life, damn near like right before the finish line, to pursue this and just focus on this. I was reading a book, and this book on YouTube, about YouTube, but there was this part where the guy started speaking about burning the ships, if anybody knows what that means. But basically you got, you know, back in some old ages, I'm not a super historian, but you got these warriors, you know, this army, this general who basically, when his crew and his team get to their destination and they get to the battlefield, they burning every motherfucking boat that they got, that they came in, for the specific reason and forcing motherfuckers to stay and fight instead of trying to, you know, flee for whatever the fuck, you know? So pretty much what I did was, like, I just sank all my ships, and I felt for as long as that I was playing football, everything else was just like a backup plan just in case. Shit, even honestly, everything just felt like a backup plan. It's like, okay, I could do this. If this don't work, I still got this, or I still got that. But I didn't feel like I was putting everything I had into nothing. I was giving a hell of energy. But now that I'm where I am now and just looking at it, like, because I only have this, I can't go back the other route. I'm like, nah, now you really see what it's like to give it everything you got. And yeah, I'm grateful for that. But I remember, you know, after all the trials and tribulations of playing college football, you know, whether I was a really good athlete or not, you know, it was a dream of mine to play professionally, and to be able to come back home and be training, you know, to prep and get ready for that, and, you know, for a pro day and be able to showcase my ability to NFL scouts was something that I was super excited for, and I couldn't wait to do it. I'm like, man, college is over with. Fuck all the bullshit that went down, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Whether, you know, shit that I did or other shit that I just had no control over, either way, it's over with now. You know, it's time to go. It's time to go get some money. And I just remember at that time I was super excited to go train and everything. And then this one specific day when I hit the field, I just like checked out. I like walked to like the end of the field, and we were up at USD training on the field, and I looked up to the sky. Like, I swear, this is just between me and myself. But I looked up at the sky, and I looked just at the sun. And I'm like, man, it's like a beautiful ass day outside. You know, my family healthy. You know, I'm able to be out here to chase a dream. But something just did not feel right for whatever reason in that moment. And to me, what I felt like I was like scared. And it wasn't even scared to go through with training to go pro. I felt like I was scared of what would happen if I didn't make it, you know, as a professional athlete. And that struck a chord in me because anybody who knows me knows that I've always been super hands-on with my plan A, my plan B, my plan C. Like, I always try to give myself as many opportunities to make something happen. And that's naturally just because of the person that I am, because I'm interested in a lot of stuff, not because I'm like, oh, I'm scared this not gonna work or that's not gonna work. Like, I genuinely like overly competitive. Like, I'm like, I really wanna be able to try everything and see what I can do. Let me try this, let me try that. And yeah, the idea for me to be the type of person, you know, who has the confidence that I can do whatever I put my mind to, and knowing that I've actually actively went out to go and practice on these things and learn and hone in on different crafts to get to a point where I was like, damn, what's gonna happen if I don't make it as a football player? Like, it felt like a slap in the face for real to me and like my family, that I even developed that mindset that it was like, damn, what happens? But I think that it's just a raw emotion that I think a lot of athletes have or will go through. And, you know, I'm saying this and I really want to get this off my chest for the youth and the next generation that's coming up, because like a lot of people get so stuck on that sport and playing it, and you get to the point where when it's over with, you get people outside who know you since a kid, you know, aunties, uncles, friends, you know, old teammates from Pop Warner, their parents or high school, and they like, damn, what happened? What happened? Like, as if you just fell off and became this big ass bum or some shit because you didn't go play pro football or some shit like that, you know? And then on top of that too, just for people to know that you was hella good and it's something that you enjoy to do. I also think that a lot of people, they enjoy watching you do the things more than you actually like doing it yourself. So to them, like, it's kind of a shock to be like, damn, like, all I ever known was this dude to be playing a sport or playing football and stuff like that. Now he don't play no more. Like, that's weird. But shit happens, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay. But the biggest thing that I want to touch on though is the fact that it seems that it's like in 2024, we still in a place where, I'm gonna say a community, I'm talking about black community, where a lot of job opportunities or a lot of futures are kind of overshadowed by the music and sports. Like, that's just the main ones that we always, you know, do and gravitate towards. Like, rightfully so, like, we good at it, you know? Like, black people lit. But since we was kids, like, there's so many people that you know that have played a sport or continue to go for sports. And I definitely think that it's imperative that we, you know, as our generation, we show, you know, the next generation different images and different, you know, ways of life for them to see different things that they can go and go do. Like, football niggas and rap niggas ain't the only niggas getting money. You feel me? Like, it's niggas getting money doing tech. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas getting money doing plumbing. It's niggas getting money doing roadside assistance. You feel me? And that thought, when I was just sitting there at the field, like, I felt like I felt like I was playing with myself. For whatever reason, it seemed like the whole time that I was playing college ball was that it just wasn't meant to be. And because I am a competitive person, like, you keep just being persistent and keep at it. Like, ain't nobody gonna tell me no about nothing. And I've never been the person to believe that everything happens for a reason. My parents used to say that all the time when I was a kid, and I, you know, just shake my head like, okay, yeah. But I really did not believe that. And I'm like, that day when I was sitting there at that field looking up at the sun, like, I'm probably 5 weeks, 6 weeks away from, you know, the biggest interview of my life, you know, as an athlete. And I'm like, nah, nah. You done had all of these different signs over the course of 6 years. You had all these different signs that you're where you're supposed to be, but this isn't gonna be the end all for you. Like, it was something else. Like, I don't even want to say bigger because I don't want to make it seem like some things are bigger or better than others. But it was just like God just had a different path for me. He was like, yeah, okay, yeah, you good at football and everything, but I just need you to get into these spaces, to meet these people, because it's something else that I need you to go and go do. And then you think about it, it was like, for me to have this confidence, like, if anybody told me that, like back then that I was a football player, I would get irritated because I'm like, I'm not just no football player. Like, don't say that. Like, you got me so fucked up. Like, I do this, that, and the third. You know, like, I took pride in being able to showcase that I'm a young black male and I can do more than just the things that y'all think that we can do. Like, I took pride in that, like, growing up. You feel me? So for me to get to the point where it was like, I'm right here by the finish line and I'm panicking, low key, because I'm like, damn, if this shit don't shake out, what the fuck I'm gonna do? Even though I done wrote out all types of life plans, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, what am I gonna do if this don't work or not? And it's like, now all of a sudden you spooked if this shit don't. So I literally took that moment. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Like, if you are who you say you are, then fuck it. Put the rock down and go make something of yourself, regardless. Hey, book SBK Studios. All right, gang.